really early knockout. I think Trophy's Edge or Sky Arena, maybe platforms and no platforms is going to be the healthy dose of what we're seeing here. It looks like they are actually committing to Sky Arena at that. You have plenty of room to work with, plenty of ability to reset as they get ready to get the other half of Losers Top 8 started right now.
All right, let's go. Game number 1 right now. It's about that neutral stage that we were talking about before. You gotta have a lot of that space, but that's gonna really work well for Too Easy and Blaizzy currently right now. It's the donut's already coming out. You see the save coming up all the way through, and you see the respect Broskis and Oopster.
That's one of the craziest parts about fighting this team is that Velma doesn't have aggressive mobility, but you're gonna need to get over there and help your teammate ASAP. Velma getting knocked away. Superman already down there too. Both of them getting juggled like crazy. They can't get on the ground. Let them help. They paid 52. Let them stand.
How is Oopster still alive? He's been spiked 3 times, and then finally that side special is gonna be able to come out, be able to take him out in the air.
Amazing coverage from the blue team. I was entirely on Blaizzy just running out there and establishing dominance. There's so much you could do with that charge on that side air to just sneak in and catch Superman slipping. But with that tunnel, they have the ability to dip around. Not a lot of room right now in the tunnel spread though to get away.
What's beautiful right there was just not letting go of being able to keep pressuring out not only with those downers, but Bugs down here is so big, you can see exactly why. He tries to go in again. You see the insurance policy from Oopster, but you can't go anywhere when it's Too Easy, who's also going to be able to throw out that spike.
Broski did everything possible, put out the up air, tried to drift away, did everything to smack away, and then still got hit at the bottom because of that nair conversion into that down air. So easy, gonna chase all the way out stage. There's not a lot of options for Velma to get back on. Avoids the down attack though, Vicky, and gets back on stage.
You have to watch out right there though. He couldn't overextend because he already used some of those jumps already. He had to use those 2 specials to actually make it back right there as well. You have to think about the utility that you have in your kit to be able to actually come in. He actually tries to get the follow-up. He spikes it right off the stage, but that's the survivability of Superman that we've talked about before.
It's such a crucial factor to how these teams have worked, but dodging underneath that neutral air to go ahead and get that up air, very good answer. But 122 on that, that's gonna be a snipe punch. 3 lives apiece, but 111 attached to Broskis. He cannot afford to take a hit.
Broskis needs to be careful right here. You can see him playing a lot more passively. That total is set up though. You have to worry about the safe. Otherwise, he's gonna be able to take a little bit of the lead.
Oh my goodness.
Here comes the rocket. You know it's gonna be coming down soon.
Somehow 0 for 3 on these rockets, trying to get him, but it doesn't matter. They find the mark anyway. Too Easy and Blaizzy striking first, getting themselves the first W on the board.
It's so important to keep track. All right, we're already down 2 lives right now. We have to think about where you're at currently situated in terms of the damage that you've taken if you do happen to lose that life early. And it's essential because right there, you already know that Blaizzy needed to back up a little bit right there. And it's so difficult sometimes too, where they're gonna see Broskis and Oopster, and they're gonna find an opportunity to separate them on purpose to then capitalize off of the only one who has taken most of that
Yes,
points.
and something that Damage dealt just told me is how good they were able to stop the ice debuff, because Superman only had 147 damage that game. Now Superman can find some really early knockouts, so you can find those edge guards. But when you are stopping the ice debuff, you're stopping Superman from getting in the fray, abusing that armor to just get stray hits, that is very bad. You need him to be it. Oh, he's going again. All right, he's rounded up again. He's ready to go. All right, keep it going.
I love the guy in the back who's just
I swear,
he's giving him the energy.
All right, PFG, I need you to make this an emote. Like, can we make this a universal emote for all the characters? At this point, like, this is what it's all about. Keep it going. That's the community spotlight.
I love it. Shout out to the community here for Multiversus. You got to swing it up here. I love the energy from the crowd, guys. We are just kicking things off here. This is the 2nd set within this top 8, and we are already down a game.
It's going to be so funny when he tries to get out of the room tomorrow and he can't lift his arm up to open the door to get out of the hotel. It's like, why can't I check out of the room? I'm stuck. I can't help. My arms are dead. But that man is ready to go as we are getting ready to get into this next match. It looks like we're going to be taking another return to Scooby's Haunted Mansion. This has been a very common pick for the Supermans all day.
It's just really good in general when it comes to counter picking here too. Just those ceilings provide a lot more of a creative approach to some of the problems that you're running into when it comes to the duo.
Oh no!
Oh, you gotta watch out though. Those platforms obviously do break, so you have to watch out for that too.
Yeah, that was actually pretty smart. Like, committed to the charge on the attack, and then as soon as that you did that, they activated the lever. That would have been such a free knockout. Go for the downer off the side here, off the wall, trying to get him. Starting to look like LeBron out here, not able to get it off the backboard though. They're able to keep that life.
Yeah, no ducking here, no passing the ball instead. You have to worry about being on the side right here too when it comes to Oopster, but you have to also worry about the huge spike that Bugs has with that down air.
I think Too Easy and Blaizzy have basically just answered their counter pick. Oh, okay, you want to go to Scooby's? Got it. We're just gonna spike you, and we're gonna catch you with the safe. Couldn't open it. That one made a lead. And that's gonna go ahead and break and get him out of the stage.
You gotta be big money cashing that save though. Sometimes he really do be hitting you and sniping you from really far away. You see him actually trying to toss it out again. The rocket to help cover him too. It acts as a makeshift shield almost to actually protect him. But no, Even sending him down.
That was so smart too because you already got rid of the jump and the dodge.
Yep.
So you're using up air to drift back in the stage and couldn't get back in. A little bit of mashing happening there. And we're gonna see what happens. Hopefully, this is just a quick solve issue. We don't want this to be anything that takes away. Now that stock that happened, that life happened before, of course, from that knockout from Superman was really solid to catch him on stage. Unfortunately, we're gonna go ahead and take a look to see what happened here. The TLs are out there just checking to see the situation, but game number 2, still a lot of time to go. Once we get the clarification on what has happened or what will continue, we will let everybody know. They're just go ahead and getting that clarification from the TOs on the desk at this moment.
So you could be hitting all the buttons in the world out here, Ajax, but the one button you don't want to be hitting is that pause button by accident. Because now as we figure out what we're going to do here, is it going to be a life that we're going to see being lost here, or are we going to just roll it back in again? We're going to have to wait. Maybe there's a situation at hand.
Just go ahead and waiting for the answer, of course, from the crowd. I think that like you said, basically the standard that usually happens in this situation is the player who paused or the team who paused is going to give up one of their lives in response, because that does take away from a potential knockout or just change the entire situation. It does make it kind of resets the game. It resets neutral. So we're waiting to see which one of the two caused it and what was the situation here. But once they get to that point, we're going to go ahead and get, of course, back into this match. It's been phenomenal. It's been a great build up to this point. Still in top 8. A lot of teams have been making a lot of effort to get here, and I've been loving everybody getting to this point as well.
It's nice and exciting, and sometimes these things do happen right now. We're just kind of figuring out what's going to happen real quick as we get set up. We're going to get set back into the game, wasting no time, though, in general. It was pretty even at the start, but it looks like we did have to forfeit one of those lives.
All right, and once everything is resituated, we'll get right back into this match here, resetting the cooldowns, I believe, as well, because you want to have everything fresh off the start. But once that happens, like I said, we're going to get right back into the game, get everything predetermined here. But still, this is losers top 8.
Yep.
To make sure that you continue in this bracket, make sure that you stay alive in this bracket. There's still a lot of money on the line. There's still a lot of pride on the line. The brothers over there for Broskis and Oopster have made their way all the way up to this point, getting through a lot of incredible teams. And on the other side of it too, Too Easy and Blaizzy, like we said, checking out the crowd who is sticking out with us, of course, this whole time. Shout out to Flash, I see over on the side, to Jake, all the crowd still here with us, having a fantastic time here for the first official offline Multiversus bracket.
I just love that we already have props here in the crowd to give that support over to the Multiversus roster in general, guys. Thank you so much for your energy. Thank you guys so much for showing your support to Multiversus. Look at this. We even got the Superman shirt.
That's Niall over there standing up to the crowd with the Superman, flexing on him, making sure everybody who knows what's up, what's good. Superman, of course, being one of those biggest issues, like we said, seeing throughout this tournament. One of the highest picked characters throughout the bracket. And it's been pretty difficult to deal with them overall because of how good that armor has been.
He's literally a wall. That's what Superman feels like, not only with the Ice Breath, and when you have that power-up from Velma, not only do you have the cooldown power-up where you have to worry about it less, but it's the fact that your head is so big that that Ice Breath even gets bigger.
Yeah, exactly. Like we said, that's nasty. Stop that. But it's such a good way to crowd control. It's CC. It pushes people away. You don't want to take that ice debuff because not only is it that slow, but it makes it so much easier for Superman to get in. We're going to get a zoom in on over on the side. Now, I know I saw somebody earlier who was wearing a J-Cat. They did not play Jake, so I'm still staring at you. I got questions.
That's how you mix up the opposition, actually, from the very beginning, before you even get into the character select screen.
Yeah, if you come here in a full, Batman cosplay and you end up playing Bugs, I'm not a fan of you anymore. I need you to commit to the bit. Stay to who you're playing.
You got to keep the schmicks up even before the game even starts.
All right, but the ruling has been clarified. It is going to be 1-1. Now that is going to be lost inside on the side of Too Easy and Blaizzy, I believe. So it'll be 1-1 for Broskis and Oopster here. We're going to be running it back. We're not going to go back to Scooby's, though. It looks like we're going to be switching over now to Sky Arena with no platforms, which worked out very well pretty much for every single time that we've seen a Bugs and a Velma on the stage.
Yeah, it's the fact that it's one of those neutral stages where, if let's say the platforms aren't around there, when there is platforms, Velma does have the word bubbles that really surround and encapsulates that platform really well, controlling some of the extra space. I know we're talking about the Ice Breath from Superman, but that's also another wall that you have to worry about when it comes to jumping around, forcing certain situations, especially into the welcoming opening arms of Superman.
Yeah, and usually that Frost Breath is very solid against projectiles because it does end up freezing them and breaking them along the way. But that doesn't work against the space of the safe and the rocket. You have to just accept that, and it'll push it out of direction. We did see earlier how it was Oopster who, actually it was Oopster or Dante who froze a rocket and it normally pushes it into the ground, but it ended up going over the ledge and following him. He got around it somehow, but that was definitely the scariest, one of the top 5 scariest moments of the tournament so far.
The rocket can be so scary in general, especially if you have that Velma to help you out with your cooldown in general, but let's not waste any time, Ajax. 1-1 apiece right now, going on to game number 3.
Right back into the action, Vicky here on to Trophy's Edge number 2. This is something we saw earlier too while we were looking at the Courage match as well. Okay, so we're showing off our dribbling skills over on the side, being able to send that through, but that also does let you get access to the item out of the safe potentially, which is currently that TV over there. And now we're gonna have the robot attached. It's gonna go ahead and follow Soups.
All right, we got a little buddy out here too, but oh man, the spikes that we are seeing right now currently from Broskis has been amazing in general. Here comes that megaphone as well. Gonna be able to get that follow-up. Here comes that rocket too. They're continuously keeping the red team juggled a little bit here.
And now advantage to red team on that right platform. You do not want to be jumping on top of that ice debuff stack. It puts them on so quickly. That's why they separated back over to the left-hand side there, Vicky.
All right, because you can see the barrage of words coming in. Look at this respect. It's a showdown right now between both of these teams on each side of the stage.
And that was so smart from the blue team as well, because they got access to their great help. They stayed over there, got the evidence up from Velma so they can go in if they felt like it, but the red team just waited it out. It's like, we're not going to go for that. We're going to go all the way off stage though, trying to challenge the rocket. Now you're forced in a bad spot. You got to avoid these mallets, but getting away. And then the projectile buff getting in the way, of course, is stopping that edge guard from Velma.
And you saw how low Oopster actually went right there and sending him all the way to the side, making sure the business has been done. Justice has been delivered real quick, and the survivability and the stall between the lasers has been amazing there too. Now getting the follow-up with that side special into the hammer too, now coming in. He's going to be able to be patiently around. You're trying to sandwich both the blue team members, but in general, just the space that Broskis and Oopster has made is insane.
It absolutely has been incredible. Now you got to watch out. You cannot stay off stage when Superman is staring you down like that. Gonna go ahead and use the charge, dashing back in, using the dash cancel. Oops!
No
Oops!
way!
You weren't paying attention to Oopster in the skies. Gonna get one. Another knockout of the up charge on the right, and taking advantage of controlling that stage. And you can see Oopster pointing to the camera. One more game.
From the armor into the alley-oop? Are you kidding me? You are never safe around Superman if you're going to contest him up in the air like that.
That is insane. Great dominance and control of the skies and the ground, and they were able to mitigate the problem that is bugs. That tunnel meant absolutely nothing. They just kept juggling around the safe, going for the gray health as well from Velma on the evidence, trying to get items cycled, but they never budged. They never had to go over there. But once they decided to, instantly dropping that ice debuff was Broskis, forcing them to jump. And what happens when you have to jump, especially when you have no room to run? Here comes Oopster.
Broskis and Oopster are so good at playing along each other. The armor too, I'm not over that at the very end right there, but I want to pinpoint the repositioning and the way that they were able to actually understand certain situations and then reposition around each other. But again, it comes down to the space that Superman has, as well as the word bubbles that are coming out of Velma. It's so intimidating. Even some of the spikes that we're seeing right here. Okay, hi Wheels FGC.
Shout out to Wheels, by the way, one of the ambassadors who could not make it out this weekend, and we greatly appreciate the fact that you are watching here with us. The ambassador program being one of the great things for the community, of course. And I'm glad that the imposter was taken away from Synoom, so I could continue to pretend that Batman's are perfectly fine. But we are fine, exactly, and we are just as good in this position right now as Broskis and Oopster are on Shaggy's, currently up 2-1. It's going to be too easy, and Blaizzy, who start things off instantly with that grab from Velma to get that free 12 gray health. And the red team said, okay, you got that. We're not going anywhere.
It's a respect at the very beginning there sometimes too, especially when you start off here on Haunted Mansion. Again, another opportunity to actually try to bring this back, try to maybe even up the set scores, especially with the way that Broskis and Oopster has actually been able to adapt right here. But it's a Superman again. You see him trying to reposition. He glides too as another option to actually get right back to Broskis. But it's the down air from Blaizzy, who has also been able to put in so much pressure closer to the offstage portion of the stage.
Exactly. Blaizzy's finding way more dare-to-nairs and keeping that going. But the armor is coming through from Superman, stopping a lot of this as we get another trade-off. Sniper punch coming through, just missing though. Bug's big head, not gonna really matter on that. Another one has been removed. Megaphone over on the side, but you have to watch out. He goes one off stage, tries to go for down air, trying to get back on. He's gonna snatch him. He's got the rocket to come through, but here comes Oopster. Double side air, gets the nail, and that is gonna be another stack. Answering back right away is Blaizzy.
It's that down air spike that we were talking about before, but we have to talk about the upside.
Oh no!
Not again! Not again! Oh, everybody's gone! Everybody's gone! Too easy, and Blaizzy actually capitalizing off of that situation the moment the Oopster tier just spawned.
Just taking full advantage of all of them in center, but that Nair doesn't mean anything when you get back, set back on stage. 3 lives apiece. Too easy of Blaizzy facing elimination right now if they cannot get this, but they have done a great job keeping themselves in it.
What a volatile game that we have right now in our hands after even getting that lead from that double spike currently right now.
This is insane. But you currently have that. Oh, you have Superman all the way in his guys. You have to avoid getting hit by this up here. But Velma gets directly in the way, forcing him to go for the side special. You have to get back on stage and not going to get hit by that megaphone recoil off the bottom.
Worry about the words, worry about the save, but worry about these up air swings too. Hey, better with the stall on the words. You can see the insurance from Oopster. They take it, they move on!
Broskis and Oopster here capitalizing. The Supermans continuing to show what they need to do. The Holy Trinity out here and the crowd popping off of them. Of course, everybody with that support down there. And they will not be done here. They will not